Good morning, folks. How are you doing? So this is your associate instructor Pio from American English Myanmar and Perimi University English Language Initiative Program. So today I'm very happy and pleased to share you some information about replying emails. So sometimes your boss, your colleagues, and your customer will send you an email and asking you about something, so you definitely need to reply. Sometimes your friends, your relatives or family members ask you questions, so you need to reply. Depends on who sent you an email, so you need to choose whether you should reply informal or informal. So today we're going to learn about this. All right, so let's get started. So before we start, please go to the Canvas and you can find these lessons in the PowerPoint files. So you can listen the audio file, which is about the recording about the different style of the emails that you can hear, you can see many times, right? So you can click on the audio icons and you can listen several times, and every single time you can note down what you've heard from the audio, and after that you can check your answer with this key and discuss how many did you get it right. Okay, so actually this is the classroom activities, but this is offline. You are listening recording, so you can do these activities. This is a matching. So there's two columns basically, formal and informal. So formal on the left and informal on the right. So what you have to do is just in your free time, just do it in your free time, right? Formal, you read it. There are 7 sentences in there, and you can match each single sentence in formal, which would be the best pair or the most appropriate pair in informal. How do you say that particular sentence, that formal particular sentence, informal? All right, so you can do it matching at your own convenient time, right? And then next one, so we're going to in this slide we start learning about how we use and how we reply an email formally or informally. These sentences are not just for the email writings. Sometimes you may have to reply on chat or online platforms, not only emails. So you need to promptly reply, right? So when you are talking with someone on chat, maybe a WhatsApp or a Facebook Messenger or any other platform, you have to promptly reply, right? So you have to use it. So that can be informal. So then you can use these languages, these sentences in your informal situation. So let's start with the opening statement. So first it is for an email. So first, someone asks you a question, so definitely you have to say thanks, right? So you have to say thank you for the questions and thank you for your inquiry. Let me check, or I'm just looking at now. So these are a little more spoken, right? So on the other hand, a formal, which can be basically for the emails responding. So you can, these are my recommended selections, right? So first one is I'm writing in reply to, or I am writing in response to your emails asking information about for example, your reservation in a hotel on the particular date, right? And the second sentence, I'm writing in reply to your request for information regarding your inquiry about your hotel reservation and so on. And thirdly is my favorite one, which is short and better. I'm writing to inform you about, then you can continue what you're going to give. And then the last one, in reply to your inquiry about, that also can be one. The first two is a little bit longer, and then the third and fourth are short to the point. The next column, next row, you can see the providing information. Now you start and open the statement, start and open your email, right? So now you have to start providing the information that your customer or someone asking for. So let's start with, if you are in an informal situation, you can say, here's the information you asked for. If you're asking through chat or something else, so here's information you asked for, or here you go, no problem, here you are, or let's see, please wait if you're not sure. So these are spoken, right? So you have to promptly reply back to them, to the customer, basically. And on the right side, there's the formal. So someone sends you an email asking about the information about your product or service, and you have to reply in formal language. So I have chosen some for you. So I would like to inform you that this is really courteous and very common way of saying, right? So I'm pleased to tell that there can be another alternative choice for you. You might also find it useful to know that, right? This is a little bit longer, but still very great to you. I use this sometimes, and it might be interesting for you to know that. So you can use these 4 sentences when you start giving information to your inquirer. All right, so in the next slide, so we have provided the information. Sometimes you cannot promptly reply about any questions, right? You cannot give the immediate response to the question. So you're not sure at the moment. You do not have any idea at the moment. So you can say informally, sorry, I don't know, but I will keep searching the information you asked for. Is it informal? I'm not sure about it. I'm not sure, but I will find something else. Or if someone is asking you inquiry about your service, a particular service or a product is available in your company or so, you can say, we don't sell it, but I can recommend you I can give you some recommendations so that you can inquire any further. Or you can say, I've got no idea, but I will find, and so on. You can say, at the moment you can't reply this. No, you can reply it. You have to search. You have to do some more research to help that person asking for. Sorry, I can't help you now. So the last one is a little bit tough, right? So, sorry, I can't help you, and the conversation closed and no more relation. So it's not very good for the situation to deal with the customers, right? Informal side. So the first 2 sentences is basically for spoken situations. So I'm afraid I don't have the answer to that questions, right? And again, I'd like to help you. Unfortunately, I don't have that information. So these are other, maybe your boss asks for some information through Messenger, or you have to reply immediately. So this is a bit spoken. And the next 2 is written, right? So for emails. I'm afraid to inform you that I couldn't answer to that question, but I will search more information for you and then get back to you. And again, next one is, please let me have some time to research and revert to you later. That can be another alternative for you to reply if you do not know or you don't have the answer at the moment. So after all, we have to close the email. So we have to say, we have to close it with the opening. What I mean by that is that we close an email, but we have to open a way for your email writers to ask if there are any further information, any further questions he or she might have, right? So I hope this is helpful. Let me have if you need some other ideas. If you need any other ideas, or please tell me if there's anything else I can do for you, or please get in touch if there's anything else. These can be in the formal writing or spoken situation as well. On the right side, we write in formal language through email. So you can start with, I hope that I have been some assistance to you. This is my favorite one as well. And again, please inform me if I can be of any further assistance. If my boss frequently asks me information about he wants to know, so I repeatedly use these 2 sentences. But frequently, I also use the other 3 sentences below. So I hope I've answered some of your questions. Personally, I never use this sentence for someone higher, supervisor or boss. Please do not hesitate to contact me if you require any further information or assistance. That's good, that you can reply that sentence to your boss or your customers. It's good, right? And I look forward to being able to help you again in future. So it's really sweet, your customer hit right in the heart by this sentence. By this, you open a way for a customer to ask if or any further information that they might need. You are open to them. You can you're open for them to send you an email no matter what. I mean, whether they purchase or not, you're willing to help. You show that you're willing to help, right? And in the later of this lesson, you're going to do some exercises. So you might need to use these phrases, but I do understand that you can't memorize every single line that I have taught in the table. But I suggest you to pick your favorite sentence and try to apply it in your own emails. So let's go again. So let's start with this exercise. So in the scenario, the customer, namely T. Gerard, is asking you information about your product, air-conditioned product, right? You're going to reply in formal language, right? So there are information provided on the right side. So you can see here 5 lines. So you can use this information in reply to this customer, right? So you can do it at your own time, your own convenience time, and using these sentences that I've taught you previously. And next one is about your co-workers. Milton is asking you information about the trade fair in Milan, Italy. So what you have to do is to rewrite this emails into sorry, this should be a reply. Sorry, there should be reply. Right? You have to reply it. You have to reply the following email in formal language, right? So you have to say you will be Giovanni, right? You are writing back to Martin. So he is asking these 3 questions. So how do you formally reply him? Using the language sentences that we've learned in early slides. Right, no more slide, right? And so you might need to go to the canvas, go to the link. I mean in lesson 3B. So you go to the PowerPoint slide and come down to the slide number 11 and click on the link here. This is the Jamboard activities, right? It's the Jamboard activities. So what you have to do is, all right, I will show that. So okay, it should be that can be a Jamboard activities. So there will be a here we have a one question. Question 1 is customer is asking about iPhone 13. So you have to let me continue. So you have to, the scenario 1 is customer asking you the iPhone 13. So you have to reply it. You have to reply. You have to write an inquiry and reply chat. And you have to do 2 things, right? First scenarios, iPhone 13 inquiry chat. You have to write inquiry chat. And next one is reply chat. So you can be a customer and you can be a customer service agent or sales agent, right? So you can, but you have to choose only one options. There's another one options about a trip to Maison Beach. You can choose either one. You don't have to choose both, right? If you choose one, so you have to use both ways, asking and replying, right? So if you have a questions, don't worry, just email me, or we can sort it out, right? Okay, so we are about to finish. So we have done in the class, not this Jamboard activities, right? This is the Jamboard activities. So we have written out right here. You remember about the air conditions, this one, right? Air condition, and the trade fair in Milano. So we replied these 2 inquiries emails with inquiry email informal reply. Now what you have to do is to rewrite your formal replies to informal replies. So in the very first time, you reply these two emails using formal languages. Now you have to reply informal sentences, right? So that's what you have to do. All right, let's wrap up. So I don't want this video recording taking too long. So let's wrap up. So today we have learned about the different email style. You listen to audio, right? In the slide, you listen to audio and you try to practice the different style of email, and you have learned some useful sentences and lines that you can apply in your email replies, right? All right, that should be the end of the lesson today. So if you have questions or for any further study if you want to make, I do recommend that you click on these two websites so that you can pursue any further information about the lesson we have learned today. So that should be the end of the lesson today. If you have any question about the lessons, please don't worry. Feel free to reach out to me through email at any time. I will respond it. So have a nice day. See you next.